3, 2, and 1. And we're live. Welcome to the Mark and Clark experience. This is the first and probably only podcast we're going to do. Hey there.
Yeah, well, I mean...
It depends. If people like it, right? Yeah, so for those who don't know, this is Houston Tanzoni, also known as Mark Sluggerberg.
Yes, Mark Slugger Jr. currently.
Mark Slugger Jr., And I'm Addison, also known as Clark. I'm the kind of the mind, the genius, maybe, but behind Clark.
Clark, yeah.
So I'm curious there, Houston. We actually started these accounts back in 2015. We're gonna go way back to the beginning.
Yes.
And I don't know what came into our minds, but you've kind of always been a general S-word poster. I'm not going to use the S-word. You can maybe use the S-word, but
okay. Well, yes, I have been, and I've always like made fake Facebook accounts.
Yeah.
Like I think I was ahead of the time doing it. I've had like 10 fake personas, and like everyone else, they just make fake personas so they can be outlandish and just swear and say whatever. But like I develop personalities for them. It's kind of like weird schizo almost.
Well, and the thing is, like, people usually make accounts and then like do one status and let them go.
Yeah,
but you kept those accounts for a few years.
I fleshed them out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, so there were a few in like when you did junior high school, but then we were done high school. Well, I think I was wrapping up high school, and then we came up with Clark and Kenny.
Yeah.
And we'll start with Clark, I guess. Clark,
we were made at the exact same time.
Yeah, they were originally supposed to be a duo.
Yeah,
obviously.
Right.
So Clark was the dumb farm kid from Gem, Alberta.
Yeah,
just a big boy. He was cool in high school. He got a lot of girls and
allegedly
allegedly he was a big hockey player as well. Yeah. I guess.
Yeah, he was a big fan. Wasn't
okay,
he was a big fan. That was the story.
Yeah, the lore kind of changes in between things here. But yeah, that was kind of, and he liked girls a lot. He always tried and. He had trouble with girls.
He was lonely. He was almost an incel or a nice guy.
He was in the friend zone.
That was kind of his basis of his character, I think, was like a nice guy.
Yeah. And then we have Kenny, who is he's not really any of those things. He's different.
Learning disabled. Kenny just wants to have fun.
Yeah.
Like really. And he just doesn't understand a lot of things. So he wants to be in on the joke and have fun with the guys, but he can't.
He doesn't understand it.
Doesn't get it.
No,
That's why he gets special treatment in Clark's. You can't bully or tease Kenny. He doesn't get it.
Well, and then Clark and Kenny, they were. You kind of say the relationship from the beginning was kind of stilted, eh?
Yeah, I think so. Well, like it would always be like Kenny would ask Clark to hang out, and Clark was always like too cool for Kenny, and just brush him off like he was nothing.
Well, and then I guess with that, so we kind of went on a hiatus for 3 years. I don't know. I just got bored, right? Left it be.
Yeah.
And then we brought in. Well, we brought them back, I guess.
Well, yeah, because switch posting is when they came back.
Yeah,
that was the whole point of bringing them back.
Yeah, so we'll go into the history of switch posting. So I think I joined it first.
Yeah,
out of
definitely.
Me and you.
Yeah,
and I was in Sith posting before, a few other.
Yeah, I think I joined Sith posting before because I didn't even know any of this was a thing.
Yeah,
but I was always Mark Sluggerberg, and I would just. Like all the shit posting I do in these groups, I would just do it locally, like on people's statuses and make fun of people all the time. And then Addie started sending me these Facebook meme groups. And I love Nintendo. Like that's my favorite thing ever. So Nintendo and shit posting was like built
match
for
made
me.
in heaven.
Yeah, like I was just
Yeah, and then because I remember there was a few arcs in that. There was one with I think he was a disabled kid, and he had a unibrow, and And they apparently got in trouble with the police there. And
I remember because you sent me a YouTube video about it, and then you told me what happened. No, you sent me a screenshot like there was YouTube videos being made of this kid, and then you sent me a link to switch posting, and that's when I joined.
Yeah, it was. They were harassing him, maybe. Yeah. I don't know.
That was before I was in there, so I know what he looks like, and I know they make jokes about him pooping his pants or something, but I don't know anything about that kid.
Yeah, well, and then that came the idea. So I wanted to post in there, but I didn't want to use my own account because I don't know. I don't like to use the
personality.
Swear words. Yeah, I'm a personality. Sure, we'll go with that. And And instead, I thought, well, I could bring back Clark. Clark is the only other Facebook account I have.
And yeah, for Clark and Kenny, so they were both based out of Brooks, Alberta.
Yeah.
And I am from Brooks, Alberta, but I moved to Swift Current, so I knew people from Brooks and Swift Current. So I asked 2 of my friends in Swift if we could borrow their pictures so we could have a more fleshed out fake accounts, like have a catalog of photos to use.
Smart.
So yeah.
And it worked.
It did.
For a long time.
Yeah. A very long time.
So I'll go back to... So did Clark post before Mark, or was Mark posting in there for a while?
I was posting first.
So what were you posting in there? Do you remember?
I remember I said, "Hey fellas, what's worse, coming out of the closet at Thanksgiving dinner or Super Mario World?" And I would post dumbass game reviews, just random shit. I let my brother type a couple of them out. And then I would just include non-related pictures. I was just trying to bait, mostly. To be honest, I would just try and bait. And I would try and get copy pasted. And then we talked and you used Clark. You brought Clark back. And then that's when the copy pastas started.
So Clark, he did a few posts. He did one about marijuana. He's like, does anybody else smoke marijuana in this group? He wanted to be really cool.
Yeah.
What was the other one? You remembered it.
Avengers. Would anybody watch a Smash Bros. Movie like the Avengers?
There were some comments on that. And and then eventually the big one was, because he can't spell the best. He's not very book smart, I guess.
He's street smart, though.
Yeah. So instead, he got angry at the group for people making fun of him, and he said, "You know what? I make $80K a year in the oil field. Screw you guys." That's basically what he said.
Yeah.
And after that, he kind of became the mascot of the group.
Because after that, and then what happened? We did our meetup after that to bring me into the lore too. So then after all that, it was like, and we would talk on the phone and like plan a post for like me or a post for him, and we would just post it and be like, okay, the mods are gonna act like this. Tyler Corpse is gonna do this, and then I'm gonna do this, and then we would get copy and pasted like crazy.
Well, another thing that made Clark big was he was DMing girls in Switch posting. I think Lindsay, shout out. He DM'd her, like, "Are you single?" Which is probably one of his most famous.
That's one
lines.
of his big lines.
Yeah. Are you single?
Cute LOL message me is one of my favorites.
Yeah, he was always trying to get girls. You know how he is. So yeah, that's what happened. And going back to the meetup, so you know obviously the person behind Clark IRL. Yeah. His name is Wouter.
Yes, Wouter. Wouter.
Anyway, he came over for a little barbecue, or did you tell him, or were you like, "Hey, come on over"?
Well, we were gonna hang out anyways. Yeah. And then he was on his way over, and I think you and I talked, and we were gonna do the meetup thing,
right?
Because I know Walter, so it'd just be so easy to do it. So then Walter would just come over, and I went in and changed my clothes and put on the grossest outfit. And just said, "All right, Voots, we're taking a Clark photo right now. Clark and Mark are meeting for the first time." So I grabbed my Switch and we posed and made up the story about Clark trying to fight my stepdad, Bruce. Or something. Yeah.
That's pretty wild. Yeah, it was a good meetup, and he had chicken fingers in his hand and
deep fried pickles.
Yeah, and I think it got a bit of traction, eh? People were like, "Whoa, this is neat."
It was mostly just the mods and admins. Everyone else, like the normies, would only get involved in certain things, I think.
Right.
Like all the main arcs, like the mods and admins were
crucial.
Right there. Yeah. They were on the whole ride. It was good.
So the biggest arc after that was the Ocarina of Time arc. Yeah. So the way this is a little hard to explain. This is a weird story. Yeah. So it got a little complicated too, didn't it?
Yeah.
How did it happen? I'm trying to remember here. I think so. The story was you stopped replying to Clark, and I think it was like a few weeks after the original meetup. Clark posted in Switch saying,
"No. I made a post. for." No, it wasn't the SNES Mini. It was before that. But I made a post, and Clark commented on it and said, "Hey, idiot, since you aren't replying to me and you blocked my number, I will message you here.
Yeah.
Can I please get my game back?" And something like that. And then a bunch of, because like I said, the mods and admins were there for every little thing, so they got involved.
Right.
And then Clark made a post, and everyone found out.
Yeah, and we'll be referencing these posts and stuff. They'll be there.
Yeah.
But
or the Angus Peters videos.
Well, that's what I'm going to get into next. So we did this whole Ocarina of Time things where Mark stole Ocarina of Time. Clark was desperately trying to get it back.
We can get more in depth in that first before we. So what happened? So the story was Clark brought a bag full of N64 games to my house, and what the was the story? He had 2 save files on his game, and they were his childhood save files, and he had 1 free, and he was letting me play through it, and I didn't give his game back and would not reply to him. And what else happened? Clark came to pick it up one time.
But your mom wouldn't, or you left it on the porch.
Yeah, that's...
I'm going to take my coat off, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, that was the story. Clark was telling people that he went to get it and I was ignoring him, and then I was telling people that I told him he could just knock on the door and get it from my mom, but he was too big of a P word. So we were just like going back and forth, like telling our side of the story to whoever would listen. And then, I eventually deleted his save files.
Right. And that was a big turning point. That was the TSN turning point. Hey?
That one was bad because I almost got actually banned for that.
Yeah, people were not happy about that.
No, and the thing about that was I took the picture with the cartridge and me flipping off the camera, and then I took the picture of me deleting his save files that said, "Clark, you're gay," and then I also took the picture that Clark uploaded of him discovering the save files. So the game was mine all along, and it never left my possession.
And you had 2 copies, and
I had 2 copies.
You flipped off the bird, and you're trying to cause trouble, but
Clark,
so.
I almost got, after I deleted the save files, Clark was like pretty upset. He's pretty riled up, and then some of the admins were talking in the comments they were going to ban me. So I put some plot holes in there and added a second copy of Ocarina of Time so that I would not get banned.
Smart.
It was my saving. Well, I called you. I remember that.
Yeah.
I called you. I was like, I'm going to get banned, so I got to do something dumb. Like, I got to do anything to not get banned. And then I pulled the second copy out and said it was my aunt's or something.
And it worked.
Yeah, it got me. I stayed in the group. I never got banned.
Yeah, so basically from then on, like Clark, Mark, they were always kind of fighting. But while that was going on, July, I think I started making Angus Peters videos.
Yeah.
And that was my way of telling the story. I wanted to kind of physically capture the story. That way I had it for good.
Right.
You know,
well,
so, and I wanted to actually
you wanted to start making YouTube videos.
I did. And then, so I made a few of those. And they were pretty good. And then I was thinking of doing some other ones too, but I got too lazy. And
at that point too, like you'll notice, like Clark and Mark were kind of their own. We didn't know each other until the meetup. Like if Clark made a post in Switch posting, he kept it to him. Like I didn't comment on it because I didn't know him, and if I made a post, he didn't comment on it. But after the meetup, and after the Ocarina of Time, and after Angus Peters, we would start making arcs on purpose, where like we would just start fights on threads to get new content for Addy for his videos.
Yeah, we would plan arcs in order to make videos sometimes.
Yes.
Right. So, well, even and then I did a video on the Smash Bros arc with you and Tyler Corpse, which was good too.
That was funny.
Yeah, so basically I made a video and I was Clark the whole time. I was lying. It's identity theft a little bit.
Well, no, but at the end of the video you say it could be a big conspiracy. So
yeah, and it was.
It was. Yeah. It was a huge conspiracy.
Part 2, I also interviewed you.
Yeah.
Right?
And and we acted like we did not know each other.
Yeah, that was pretty wild. Now, and then after, so Clark eventually left the group in, would it be end of August? Or no, end of
July.
End of July. He messaged a girl.
Shy.
Was it her?
It was Shy. I think it definitely was.
Yeah, okay. And then she didn't respond or something. And Clark made a post where it was like, yeah, no, it was Shy. Because
it was Shy.
So Clark wanted Shy.
Well, first of all, Clark had a big crush on her for a long time.
Yeah, like, she is a very beautiful young female.
And me and Addy would orchestrate DMs. Like, sometimes he would just message me on Clark out of the blue, and we would just type in character for like 20 minutes so that we'd have like proof that we're not the same. If someone called us out, we'd have like a catalog to look at.
Well, and the thing is, so a lot of it was planned, but also a lot of it wasn't. Like our conversations were pretty much improv.
Pretty improv. Like I've told everyone that like how amusing our conversations are to you. Like it's the same for me because I don't know what Clark's coming back with.
Yeah, I was just having fun on those late nights. It's
so funny.
So Shy, I messaged her. I was like, hey, can you move in? Or as Clark, I was like, hey, you know what? I think we'd make a great couple. You should move in with me. It was a little weird, and Clark is weird. So that's what happened. And then I don't think Shy posted DMs, but Clark posted in the group saying, why don't girls talk to me? This is unbelievable. And then everybody was like, you're a big loser. And then you come in.
Well, yeah, this is so we would like when he DM'd Lindsay, we wanted her to post and expose Clark, and we wanted the same thing from Shy, but she never did.
Yeah.
So then we made the DMs between us where Clark was telling me that Shy sent him a bra pic and that Shy told him it's not true. Not true. And then Shy told him that she was going to leave her boyfriend and move to Alberta with Clark. Like, Clark told me that was a fact. And obviously we both knew it was fake.
Yeah.
But I went along with it. And then, so yeah, Clark made the post, like, girls won't even give nice guys like me a chance. Mark Sluggerberg can vouch for me.
Right.
Then, because Shy did not expose him.
Yeah.
So we had to think of a way to get those DMs out there because they're hilarious. And so we set it up so that I could expose him and like have it make sense.
Yeah.
Right. So we made the posts, and that was
and it worked. Yeah. And then Clark got furious. Everybody was just trashing on him. Yeah. And he said, "This is it. I'm done." He leaves the group.
Yeah.
And he makes his new group, Clark's group. And this is where things get a little interesting. This is where things get pretty fun.
This is where you take charge because I feel like when we were doing our Switch posting antics, I think I was more in charge then.
Yeah.
And I was more calling the shots. But then as soon as Clark left, like I fell way back and I didn't really do much.
And the thing that helped out with his group, like a few days out, he made Clark's group. There are a few people in it as a joke. And it was obviously supposed to be just a... Yeah. You remember the cover photo.
The cover photo.
The Smash Bros. Like, JPEG.
Yeah, it was like 10 pixels total. Smash Bros. Ultimate box art. That was hilarious.
Yeah, and then Switch posting got zucked, and I had nothing to do with that.
We take the fall for that.
Everybody thinks it's us, but like as Clark, I never reported it. Clark has no idea how to report.
Mark and Clark were not posting covered plushies in Switch posting. That was there already.
Yeah,
so people were reporting that.
Yeah, so, Adrian, you better keep your group.
It doesn't even make sense. If people were pissed off about how I was treating Clark, they would report me, not the group. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. It's not me, Papa Adrian. Okay?
Well, anyway, yeah, so then Clark's group comes into play. More people start funneling in there. And the idea with Clark's group, I wanted complete chaos in there. I made people admins whenever they wanted to be. I made people mods. If they asked, I was like, yeah, sure. Why not? Because I wanted things to go wrong.
And then Nito King stepped in and told you to stop. You would just listen to whatever anyone else told you to do for the most part.
Yeah. So, and then there were a few interesting arcs in Clark's group too. One was the GoFundMe arc.
That was hilarious.
Right? So I made a GoFundMe account as Clark, and the idea was that Big Bill, who was Clark's dad in the lore.
Ask anyone in Rosemary.
Yeah, he's Big Bill. They wanted to make a GoFundMe, and Big Bill, because he doesn't know technology, he's like, Clark, if you're spending so much time on this phone...
Well, and Farmhand Andy was in his ear too.
Yeah, make some money on it. And because farmers love their money. If you've been in Alberta, or, they do love their money. And I made the account. Now, I actually put it up there, and I was like, you know what? If it does get money,
well, I remember because we were like going back and forth, like, is this sketchy? Like, are we stealing?
Yeah.
And then I was just like, well, if they're dumb enough to donate, then we will take their money. But it's just a meme. Like, the goal was like $10 million, wasn't it?
Yeah, and the thing was, and then Clark, I actually haven't collected my $40 from that yet. So Clark donates $20, and then he thought it was anonymous. So he's like, oh, this group's awesome. I already got $20, and then he donates another 20. Thinking it's anonymous.
Awesome group, man. Keep it up.
Yeah. So that was that. A lot of people, I don't think anybody donated to that.
No, nobody did.
No.
Just Clark. I think it was 3 times. I think there's $50 in there.
Yeah, after that, I think Clark, he was depressed, but there were a few more sagas with Andy. Andy was a character. Brent came in near the end as well, and Brent was supposed to be kind of the douchey, like...
He's a roommate.
Yeah, he's his roommate, but he got Clark hooked on
cocaine. That's right. We didn't get to use that arc.
Yeah, we got to that at the very end.
Yeah, and so then we went thinking, to bed too early and shit hit the fan.
Yeah, so there's this arc with Brent. They were enemies, and then what day was it? September 26th, I think.
Is that when it happened?
I'm gonna remember it. Dominic D. Haas.
That Dominic D guy is a liar. For the record.
So this guy, he was from the beginning trying to track us down. I think he knew that we were too dumb, or it was too good to be true.
Well, yeah, he's older too, right?
Yeah.
Like he's in his 30s, so I like him now. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
But he was too mature for what we were pulling, right? And I think he's been around the block a few times, so he was just not having it.
Well, and then what happened, because you added a bunch of people from Switch Post, and we got to remember that by now you were really good friends with a few of them, right?
Yeah, so that's what happened
Jules...
too. Yeah, before the demise, like I was still hated in Clark's group, I think mildly, but then I joined the group chat after. No, you posted my music, and everyone found my music, and then that was the point where I was like, okay, I'm actually like literate in my songs, so I can't do this character anymore. So then I joined the Facebook group chat and I made friends with all these people. So that kind of softened the blow, I feel like, too.
Yeah.
I feel like if
they
still
found
hated,
out, yeah,
like, I think that shit would have hit the fan. But we were like, I was like respected by then, so like,
yeah,
it was more looked at as a cool thing.
Yeah. So the way it happened though, you added a bunch of them as friends. I think you added dominic as a friend too, and then. And then he saw Mutual, Wouter Steenkamp. And the thing he said it was because it was Dutch. He's Dutch. And he said, that's a Dutch name. Clicks on it. And there's Clark, but with a mustache.
Yep.
So he goes through the photos. He finds them all. He posts it. And then Clark I think I was working that morning. I got up.
Yeah, you were up early.
Yeah, I saw all the posts. So I post in there. I'm like, it's not me. He's stealing my photos.
Yeah, he's the one pretending to be me.
I was trying to shove it under. I think I knew it was gone by then. And then when they started,
Well, yeah, because that was at like 5:30 or 6 in the morning. You were up doing that, and then I woke up at like 7, and I checked my phone, and Walter texted me and said, "Hey, man, I think maybe for the record, he knew everything all along. He wasn't in on it, but anytime I needed a picture or anything, he would let me use a picture."
Even sorry, I'm interrupting here,
cool.
but because there was one time when I stupidly, everybody was like, Clark, use your voice. And I was trying to really disguise my voice.
Yeah.
And I do like a soft, everybody was like, oh, Clark's fake.
Well, I was egging you on too. I was in the group chat saying, Clark, come on, don't be a coward. Like, talk to us. I just wanted to see what you would do.
Well, I was trying so hard. I was like, and then
I think I texted you and said, send me privately like 10 different voice clips and I'll pick one.
Yeah.
I'll pick a good one that doesn't sound like you, but you didn't do that. You just did the
So yeah, that happened. But then Walter came to the save because someone was like, put a spoon on your head and take a picture, and that's what happened. So.
Yeah, and I just what happened? I remember I was eating supper at my parents' house, and I just got up and picked up my phone, and I looked at the group chat instantly. You texted me like twice.
I was like, fix this.
Yeah,
quick.
You said, get Walter to send me a picture of the spoon on his head quick. I didn't even see that. I just looked in the group chat and seen what was going on. Called Walter. I said, hey, bro, I need a picture of you with a spoon on your head. And 2 minutes later, it was there. Sent it to Addie, and it was all good. But that Tiernan, she's the one that...
Right.
Because you slipped up.
Right. Yeah, I slipped up a few times. She saw the first break in the Matrix because there was like a few... I posted once as I replied to Tiernan as Addie.
As Addie. No, as Clark on Addie, right?
Yeah. I was so I was and then I deleted it. Well,
and we knew the end was coming too, I think.
Yeah.
That's why, because I started adding people from Switch posting, and I know how Facebook works. So.
Well, and by that time I know we talked about it.
We were talking about it a lot.
I was kind of done with it too. I was kind of like, it's boring, but
Then we did randomly bring him back like
near the end,
like a week before he died.
Yeah. So. Yeah, and then Dominic found the thing. There's a funeral, I guess. Everybody's like, Clark's dead. And then all the members tried to convince other people in Switch posting that he actually died.
Yeah, there's a bunch of us. I think Shy's post got like 160 reacts. It's like 20 shares or something.
Then everybody's like, oh my God, he actually died. And then
we got a couple more. Like the the group count or the body count in Clark's group is still. I'm gonna check the numbers right now, but it's still good. Like, we got a solid community there.
Yeah.
617. So that's not bad.
You know, it's I'd like. I don't know. I don't know what's next. Should we? Is there anything else you kind of want to touch on, Houston, or are we gonna wrap things up here? Or, well,
did we miss anything?
I'm trying to think. Do you want to go through the Q&A or?
Okay. Let's see. We're gonna go through the Q&A post on Facebook,
and then we'll wrap up and we'll say what's next, what's happening next with both of us, and I don't know what's gonna. Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Question 1: Are you Angus? You should definitely continue the series till the end.
Well, I'm Angus, and yeah, you know what? That's I could like there's a lot of history there, but it is a lot.
I mean,
of work
I feel like this is kind of the end of the series.
So this can be like part 4, maybe. Can name it? I don't know.
I don't know what we're gonna call it.
What's you got another question there?
Who else is in on it? Are you Kenny and fake Kenny? I am real Kenny. I'm the original Kenny, and Mark. So yeah, when Clark's group came out, like Clark hated Mark. And I didn't get back into Clark's group for a couple months until Clark was all high and mighty because he had like a group with like 200 people in it.
He's a big deal.
So like at that point, like anyone in the group can attest to it. Everyone was saying his ego got way too big.
Yeah.
So he quite frankly did not give a shit about anything I said or did to him because he was Clark fucking Snyder of Clark's group.
Yeah.
And I was Mark. Like, who cares? Like, I don't have a group.
And Clark only cared about like the numbers for the.
Yeah.
He did not care about his members at all. He saw the nut. He's like 200. Holy crap! Next day 300.
Yeah.
Life is good. He was happy about that.
And oh my God, what happened? Didn't something happened, but that was right when Robert Wells added a bunch of bots in the group.
Right.
And Clark was going to come back and just be stoked that we got so many members and just ignore whatever was going on.
Because you, Jules, and Shy tried to take it down.
Oh, that's what happened.
So that there was a point where you were, and I actually had no idea about this.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't care either way, but and then, so they changed the name to something very inappropriate.
It was Clark's Dungeon of Porn, I think. And then Shy left the group after that, and then I kind of PG'd it up and made it, what was it, Clark's group whites only. Yeah. Clark is pretty adamantly
is that PG? That's
anti-racist.
Like PG-13, yeah.
I'm not talking about white people. I'm talking about white me characters, not white
right,
humans.
Okay, yeah.
That was a good post, too.
Yeah.
Okay, so
got another one there?
Anyways, back to the question. Kenny really, he was in Switch posting a little bit, but he didn't really do much. I know that Clark DM'd Tyler Corpse and a couple other admins and said, hey, can you please mute Kenny or take him out of the group? The whole joke was that Kenny wasn't allowed to post without Clark's approval.
Yeah,
because Kenny was embarrassing him.
Yeah, Clark was. And the thing with Kenny, we didn't get into Kenny too much here, but
no,
Kenny kind of became a character near the end of Clark or in Clark's
near
group.
The start mostly because as I was saying, Mark was banned, but I had the Kenny account, so we just introduced Kenny as Clark's like childhood friend. Their moms are friends, I think, is the lore now.
And that's the thing, like Kenny's mom would always freak out at Clark.
Yeah.
And Clark would be like, okay, well, I got to do it because Kenny's mom is scary as heck.
Yeah, and he doesn't want... So Kenny's mom would always call Clark and threaten to tell Clark's mom. So Clark would just do whatever she said so she wouldn't tell on Clark.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Kenny... I was an admin of Clark's group as Kenny. So then anytime Mark got banned or anything... like
yeah, you kind of did some shady backdoor... You tried to, because Shy tried to get rid of you or something, right?
Shy and I had a dispute. And I didn't do anything. I called you a bunch of times and said, get her out of here. She pissed me off. And then I just tried to brainstorm ways that I could do it with it making sense. So I think you went camping and Kenny was in charge of the group.
Right.
And I just purged the whole group.
Yeah.
Because Kenny doesn't know any better. Kenny wanted to prove himself was the lore, but really I wanted Shy out because she'd post a picture of my girlfriend or something.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's what. And then Nito King kind of convinced Kenny to
switch it back,
put it back to how it was, or else they're gonna tell Clark he did a bad job. and yeah,
Clark would not be happy there.
And then I talked to Shy in the actual group. We're good.
You're good.
We're good. No, we're good. Yeah.
Yeah. You good?
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Okay, question 1. Does the real guy know about this? Yes, they both do. And I even sent real Kenny all the fan art that people drew of him.
Thor.
Of Thor. The Thor one is gold. And I would send Walter all the Clark memes too. I'd send him them in bundles. And yeah, it is funny. Question 2. Addison, will you marry me?
Maybe. Who is it?
Is a boy.
That's what
Is James Sapeel.
I'm kind of lonely.
Okay.
I'll think about it.
James, comment below if you are still interested.
Mm.
What caused you two to shitpost on such a massive level?
We were bored. Honestly, I didn't have much else going on.
No, and it literally did take over my life for a while. Like, I would just do that like almost all day.
Well, the thing, and the way I saw it, I used to go, well, I'd be on RuneScape too, and I would shitpost on there. Excuse my language. But like, it's basically the same thing because everybody just types it in anyway, like right away, because we're all connected to our phones.
Yeah.
So like, if you hear it, and then you just wait 10 seconds later, there's a new comment to keep the argument going.
Yeah, when we got into our prime time, it was like, I know on that last day we would make a post and they would have like 400 comments in like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And it was cool. It just started so low and we just wanted to be like Chris Chan or something. And it just kind of grew like gradually. Yeah. And we just started having more and more power.
Yeah.
Okay. Is this the end of the group? We've seen behind the curtain. The story can't continue, can it? I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah.
I'm still going to be Mark Slugger Jr. because I've always
that is
been
who
like
you
that.
are.
I've always just been like that, so I still post the same.
I haven't logged on to Clark in a while, and actually
He's dead.
I tried to memorialize him, but I don't know if it worked.
Yeah, I got the DM that I was going to post it in Switch posting to go along with the RIP shit, but I didn't.
Yeah, so we gotta figure things out there. But
what did you think of my Kenny OC? Oh, I replied to you on this. It was good. It was really well made. But as I said, Kenny would not have understood it. He can't read very well as it is. It's a good thing that at least I can proudly say I saw the first glitch in the Matrix from Tiernan. Yeah. And I remember in the group chat one day, she randomly posted, y'all know Clark Snyder is Addison Petrie, right?
And then Mr. Hero over here comes in quick.
Yeah.
I've met Clark.
Yeah, there was like 3 days in a row there where people were posting conspiracies in the group chat, and I just kind of deaded them like right off the bat, and people believed me somehow. I mean, I obviously lost trust in Jules. Jules, I would never lie to you again.
Yeah, shout out to Jules, by the way. He was kind of the biggest power behind Clark's group there. Yeah. He did giveaways and stuff, and Clark treated him like absolute crap. Like the worst.
Clark's too high and mighty for anyone.
Yeah, so like Jules was really the kind of the right hand man and that like the main admin of that group, but Clark was like, I don't freaking care. Yeah.
Okay. Next question. I hate you? From LaRon. No.
LaRon's our friend now. Actually,
I think so.
Yeah.
He made
I was scared he's gonna dox us.
He made a petition for me to get back into Clark's group, I think, when I got banned one of them times. Who sent the dick pic then, or why did you have Walter's dick pic? That was fake.
Snapchat by Shy. Or Photoshop by Shy.
Yeah, Shy. That's why me and her kind of had beef, because she was making up fake DMs of me, and then I started making things up about her, and then she blocked me, and then it was just...
just absolute chaos.
Yeah, it's just rough, but it was good. What else we got? How deep is your vagina?
Not appropriate.
It's not a good question.
Yeah, don't even give that.
You're kind of cute, and then they replied and said, "Not you, Mark."
Oh, like me?
I guess you, yeah.
Really?
Or it's a guy again.
Yeah, a lot of guys find me attractive, I think.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
What about you?
Do I find you attractive?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'm okay.
You're all right.
Thanks, man.
Okay, Dick Rosander, who actually made Clark stickers. which is hilarious.
Yeah.
I hope you still have those. Is that your voice in the vid where Clark broke his brother's controller?
Right, and we forgot to touch this too. So I made a video at near the very beginning, May 26th or something, where I broke a controller. Now I actually broke that controller in a fit of rage, believe it or not. God of War.
Yeah.
I was playing on the hardest difficulty, and things got the best of me. So I broke my controller.
Smashed it. Yeah.
then I put it behind my tire or whatever, and I'm like, oh, this is hilarious. I'm going to say I broke my brother's controller because he wasn't letting me play PS4 or something.
Yeah, that's what it was.
And then I had a stupid laugh and a stupid voice. And
Can you do it again?
Hey, guys.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Something like that.
Pretty close. But then after you made the first Angus Peters video, I went back and found that video and switch posting. Yeah, and I listened to it, and then I texted Addie right away. I was like, yo, you can clearly tell that's your voice.
Yeah, gotta get rid of it.
So I deleted it. Switch posting got zucked anyways. I doubt anybody would have went back before it got zucked, but...
Yeah.
Okay, next. Wait, so Addison is the dude from Clark's photos? I'm still wrapping my mind around this. No, Addison is the personality.
I'm right here.
Of Clark.
I did the posts and the...
Did you actually buy 2 Majora's Mask games for that Mark V. Clark thing? Also, how long have you known Wouter? Are you two friends enough to do something with this amount of impact, or are you just normal, not see everyday friends? Me and Walter are really good friends. I've known him since, I don't know, like 5 years maybe now. I'm in his wedding party next week, actually. So that'll be next week from when we're recording this. I already owned 2 copies of, it was Ocarina of Time with the Gorons, not Majora's Mask. I already had 2 of them, so nice. They were all mine. Why did you start, though? I think the account was 1 to 2 years old. Touch that. We got that.
Yeah, we're good.
Wait, so are you actually stupid, or was it all an act?
We're mix of both.
I think, yeah. I think it's just, I think I play an exaggerated version of myself. I think I'm pretty smart, though. I don't think I'm an idiot at all.
No, I wouldn't think you are.
I think we're pretty smart guy. Clearly, I mean, I always had the impression you were playing some shit off, but I never expected it to be something of this magnitude. First of all, fuck you for beating me at Smash Bros. And second, thank you. I thought that was a question.
You know, everybody says it's a big deal, and do you think it's a big deal? I think so. Like, I'm a little sad cool. That
like, I never thought about it, but I remember Jeff said something to me. He's like, that just goes to show like your magnitude and your pull on social media. Like, cause we literally did just get in a group of like 50,000 people, and we were like the most popular people in there in like a couple months, like regardless of the reasons we were. And I was above the law in there for a while because people wanted the antics to continue. So it didn't matter what I did that was rule breaking. That kept me in.
You were hated in there for a very long time.
I literally like embodied. I was the main villain of Switch posting is what I was going for. Yeah. Okay. Did you pay money for the stock photo of the scratched back on Clark's account?
No, I didn't. And please do not sue me, whoever. Yeah, that was, exposed.
Did someone die, or is this an inside joke? No, Clark died.
Yeah.
He's dead.
He's dead.
Is this exposure even real? Is anything even real?
Who knows, man?
Is Kenny real? Is Big Bill real? Is Andy real? Is Brent real? No. Who is real? No. Us two are real, and that's it in this whole thing. I've been real the whole time, though. For the record, he's the shady one.
Yeah, I was the one that I could go to jail for identity
theft of Clark Snyder.
We'll see what happens. Offspring. I don't know.
Will Clark ever respond to Kenny? No. He doesn't like to do that.
No, he doesn't like Kenny.
Until Kenny's mom calls him. Had you planned to reveal the truth at some point? Yeah. It was Addie's I am Iron Man moment.
Yeah. I'm going to do that at the end.
You're going to do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
But we'll get to that later.
Let's see.
Is there any more?
Who was Big Bill? Ask anybody in Rosemary.
Touched on that already. Come on. Jeez.
Mark and Addison. Did Walter see this meme? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he did.
He did.
That one. Yeah.
Yeah, because it was me and him having sex.
Nice.
Is Clark actually dead, or is Switch posting trolling? He's dead. who all was in on it.
So yeah, so me, you, and a few friends from Brooks
like
and
most
Swift.
people, most friends that we're close with, like we didn't hide it. Like
no,
it was just we would show people what we were doing, and like I
showed my cousins. My cousin thought I was the coolest guy ever. He's like, holy moly, and I thought I was the coolest guy too. After I showed him that, everybody was like, you're sweet. I'm like, yeah.
That was when you went camping, right? Was that when you showed? Because I remember that's when you changed.
Oh, maybe.
That's when your mind changed. That's when Angus Peters came out.
Yeah.
Because you were like super pumped, and you called me. You're like, I'm gonna start making YouTube videos. Like, okay.
Might have been it. Yeah. Yeah. So I guess. Do you think that covers it all? There are obviously a lot of different arcs in there that have been missed, but I think if you go to the history and look and just kind of, I think people will have to do their own research, and that's the fun of it, I guess. Go back into Clark's group and
Angus Peters' videos, the first 3. There's lots of posts and stuff there.
Lots of memes, stuff like that.
Tons of memes.
Yeah, and I guess with that, I'll ask you, Houston, what's next for you, buddy?
I don't know. Got a new place.
You got a SoundCloud account. Plug that.
I got soundcloud.com/Houston-Tanzoni.
He's genuinely really good.
TAN.
I believe that.
Yeah,
he's very, very good.
Thank you. I make music. I've been doing it for like 5 years now, I think.
Yeah. Somebody sign him.
Somebody sign me.
Me, I have a new YouTube page. I'm going to keep going with that, I think. I'm going to keep going with my regular job and just live life, and who knows? Maybe I'll make a new character. We might make new characters, hey? Like,
good, easily.
But yeah, who knows? We'll see.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's it. Hey, we have no more reason to be friends.
No, that's it.
That's it.
It's over. It's been a ride.
I'm gonna bid you with these cigarettes.
Is that from episode 6?
Episode 6. Yeah, these are. I should sign these. Actually,
I have a pen.
Oh, perfect. Just do some. There.
Very happy.
Little initials there. AP. Good to go.
Holy cow.
It's wild, eh?
Zoom in on this in editing.
I will.
It's autographed.
And I guess I'll leave it with this. I am Clark Snyder. Thank you.
I am How To Basic.
Thank you.